Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Taos Mesa Brewing and my live stream show. I'm looking out at Taos Mountain. There's a little thunderstorm action going on up there. It's nice to see because we're having a drought here, and just so long as the mountains get the rain. So thank you for tuning in. Again, this is my last live stream for a while. I've been doing them now for over 2 months, I think, so since we all went into hiding. So I think I'm going to take a little break, but I appreciate everybody going along with me. So I'm going to do this show today that's going to be based on politics and how a sense of conscience and empathy figures into writing when you're writing political music. And it occurred to me that maybe what I'm just going to end up doing is a lot of the stuff from my new record. Coincidentally, that's sort of the impetus behind this new record. But before I start, I just want to thank you again for tuning in to TMB-TV here, Taos Mesa Brewing TV. And thank you again to all the essential workers, to TMB, and all donations today go to the artist, me, and to the TMB production crew who are so cool, so fun to work with, and do such a great job here, and also to the Toast to Taos and beyond. So I'm just gonna get into it here. I've been crying in the dark of night. I can't find my way to sleep. Thoughts and prayers will never make things right. I have promises to keep. I've been hoping there'll be some way through, and all our loved ones will be fine. No one knows what it'll come down to, so I'm just looking for a sign. We're on fire. We're on fire. We're on fire now. We're on fire. We're on fire. We're on fire now. I've been calling on my angel choir to put some wings upon my feet. Fill me up with inspiration's fire and get me out into the street. We're on fire. We're on fire. We're on fire now. We're on fire. We're on fire. We're on fire now. I've been following the brightest star, letting my conscience be my guide. 'Cause there's no road map gonna tell us where we are, but the fire of love burns deep inside. And I've been crying in the dark of night. I can't find my way to sleep. Well, thoughts and prayers will never make things right. I have promises to keep. I have promises to keep. Welcome, everybody. Live streaming from TMB-TV, Taos Mesa Brewing. I just got a little tour of the beer manufacturing plant in the back of this place. Oh my God, these guys are making serious beer back there. They're making lots of beer, exclamation point. Let's see what I'm going to do here. So that song, I thought I'd start with that song. It's how I started my new record, 2020, because the idea of promises to keep and it fill me up with inspiration's fire and get me out into the street. You know, it's like I'm at this point where I need that motivation to commit, and that comes from lots of different things. It comes from caring about the future, caring about your children, your grandchildren, caring about the earth. All those things are the things that inspire you to make political action, and I think we're seeing that very thing happening in this country right now, and sort of we reached a tipping point, and it's about time, really. So. And promises to keep are those promises that we make to ourselves, you know, to get ourselves out into the street and to try to make a difference, to do acts of resistance in whatever ways we can. For me, it's a lot about writing political music, and that's really a challenge because there's a way to write political music that is really a turnoff, and that's usually sort of message music. And that's one of the things I've really worked very hard to walk that line. What is the difference between a political message music and political music that inspires you to act and to action? And I think that the key word in that is empathy and community. Those two things are essential to draw up inspiration, to be political, to write, to be creative, politically creative. So I'm going to do songs that that follow that star. This is from, let's see. Am I doing something wrong, though? Maybe I didn't jerk it in here now? Oh, there we go. Okay. So this is a song off of Roses at the End of Time. It's called Blue Moon Night, and it's about community. I was talking about that. And just the beauty of a moment. And I wrote this, I think, at a time when I was very aware that this moment in time was coming. I could feel it coming. And so I was just looking around at all the beautiful things that still existed, you know, the beautiful little fragile relationships and the beautiful things we take for granted every day. They're so fragile and so precious. And that just wishing it could just last forever. In a blue moon, we all come together. Everything turns out right. Everyone's in tune. All's right with the weather. Day settles in tonight, and the nice towns turn the lights down, and the night sounds are beautiful. Turn off the iTunes, step out into the hood. We notice It's all connected. Realize we've had it good, and we feel things we were hiding, and our eyes sting with tears on a blue moon night, when it's still alright for one more blue moon night. Don't you wish you could go back in time and just change a few things? That's how I wish. All right, let's try this one. This is also from the new record. This was a co-write with my friend and a student at one of my my songwriter workshops here in Taos that we have in the summer. And this friend, Tim Goodwin, came as a student, but he brought these great songs, and I love his humility that he thinks of himself as a student, because he really is a songwriter. But maybe we're all songwriter students. That's probably more better way to look at it. But Tim brought the bones of this wonderful, wonderful song and sentiment to one of our workshops, and I had just decided I was going to make this political record for 2020 and put it out in April of this year. And so this was last summer, and I didn't have much time to put a record and record it and everything. And while I was still touring and writing, it was stressful, but here comes Tim Goodwin with this wonderful song idea. And it's called My Heart Aches, and when he brought it to our class and played the refrain, we all just immediately started singing. It was just visceral, because it was realizing that we needed to have this sort of collective grieving over all the losses that we were sustaining, the horrors of the environmental rollbacks, of the injustices that are occurring on the street for black people, for people of color. All these things going on right now, they're so heartbreaking, people dying, and the fear that is going through people's lives right now. As we look at a collapse on a world order, and certainly on a national order. And so this song really struck a chord. And it's very sing-alongable. All you got to sing is "My Heart Aches." It was so purging. It was almost like, what is it, a doxology? Is that what it's called, Robert? A doxology, when you say something and everybody repeats it in a church service. That's what this reminded me of. We marched 50 years and 500 miles, from a Mississippi bridge to a Ferguson trial, stepping over bodies of other mothers' sons, singing how someday we shall overcome. Well, my heart aches, my heart aches. We marched 50 years and so many miles, with folded hands and complacent smiles, condemned a generation to circumstance. All we were saying was give peace a chance. Oh, my heart aches, my heart aches. We marched 50 years and countless miles, ignoring the signs with our own denials, waiting for some others to take a stand, hammer out justice all over this land. My heart aches, my heart aches for the children locked in cages, far away where no one sees, for the helpless and the hopeless, for the homeless refugees. My heart aches, my heart aches for the voices who've been silenced at the mercy of our greed, for the prisoners of conscience who speak out for those in need. My heart aches, my heart aches for the victims of the hatred lying there on the ground, in the churches and the schoolyards, from the shots that took them down. My heart aches, my heart aches for the claims made on our bodies, who we can and can't embrace, for the children of tomorrow and the world they have to face. My heart aches, my heart aches, my heart aches, my heart aches. So, thanks to Tim Goodwin for setting us up with that song. What I love about that song was a real accountability on the part of white people in that song. That was really about my generation, our movement, and what we thought we had accomplished, and what we thought we had carried the ball a certain place. And now we're seeing the truth that we really dropped the ball long before we got to the goal line, goalpost. So there's a level of accountability in there that I really liked. Stepping over bodies of other mothers' sons, singing how someday we shall overcome. There was a disconnect in what we thought we were achieving and what we thought was happening. I mean, it's understandable. You look back at the emotion and the passion of that time, and you think we moved the ball down the field. But we're finding now it just went underground. And so there's an accountability there that it's our turn to acknowledge and to change and to really to take on in a much deeper way. So I love that song, and thanks to Tim Goodwin for that one. All right, let's try this. All right, so on the just sticking on the idea of emotion, empathy, and compassion driving political music. I love the idea that there's a spiritual imperative that accompanies political action. I think it keeps you straight, and it also corrects your motivations. And for writing, it can't be beat. You got to feel it first. All right, I'm switching guitars. This is off of Land of Milk and Honey, a much older record of mine. It was one of the ones that got a Grammy nomination. I was really proud. It was when we were going to war with Iraq with Bush II, and so a friend of mine, a great photojournalist, one of the international photojournalists by the name of Charles Omni, I was visiting at his house in Austin, and he had a photo on the wall of the little boy jumping into a toxic dump pond to swim, and he had his little. You could see on the side. It was in Sarajevo, and you could see these greasy smokestacks behind him in this toxic pool, and his little socks on the shoreline, and the shot that Charles got was of him mid-air with that boyish sort of 7 to 8-year-old boyish abandonment, flinging himself into the water with his feet up in the air and his arms diving, and the realization that he was probably going to kill himself over time, that this was so toxic that he probably wasn't going to live. And it was so impressed me. And this is how art, it creates more art in a lot of ways, but it was that suddenly that sense of, oh, the terrible conditions under which somebody tries to find their joy, and that children do. And that became the motivation for this song, Tender Mercies. I had it on 11. The effects were on, like, you know. I'm going to just tune it a little bit. Also, Adrian, can you just turn it, the electric or this guitar down a little bit in the monitor? It's changed its tuning since 30 minutes ago. Across the world, she tapes explosives to her chest, steps into a shopping mall, a life devoid of all of mercy's tenderness really isn't any life at all. Tender mercies, tender mercies, come before despair. Shine down all your tender mercies. It's every mother's prayer. Down below the factory, along the riverside, children swimming in a poison pool. Playful afternoon of unintended suicide, gone before they ever even knew. Those tender mercies, tender mercies, come before despair. Shine down all your tender mercies. It's every mother's prayer. Across the world, she holds her loved ones to her chest, lays them down and listens at the door. Everybody's safe and warm among the truly blessed. How can we even dare to ask for more? Tender mercies, tender mercies, come before despair. Shine down all your tender mercies. It's every mother's prayer. Shine down all your tender mercies. It's every mother's prayer. Every mother's prayer. What mother doesn't have that prayer? A father, too, for that matter. So I had a request to do this song from Jeannie and Annie in Minneapolis, and they've been going through a lot in Minneapolis. These guys are from Southwood, the Southwood neighborhood, right where all the stuff's been going down in Minneapolis, right down the block from them. So this song goes out to you. You asked for it. Here we go. For a while, we were working with we were sharing a community building with a group called the Workers' Defense. Workers' Defense, what's the last name? Workers Project in Austin, and that was a undocumented immigrant advocacy in Austin. We shared this building space with them, and because of that, I got to know many of the workers and the people who had come up here, and it was an amazing group that was advocating for. A lot of times the workers come up here and they can't, if they don't get paid, they have no recourse, they have no legal recourse. So this was a way for them to get paid and to get coverage when things happen on job sites, and to get rest and water breaks. They actually literally had no water breaks. In the dead heat of Austin, these guys would be out working on the buildings in the 100+ heat with no water breaks, no bathroom breaks, that kind of thing. So Workers' Defense Project was instrumental and is instrumental in guaranteeing certain rights, human rights to undocumented people. And so because of this, I became more aware of their stories and met more people that were there, just amazing people, strong people. And tied into this was the story of my daughter's husband's mother, who came up from Mexico and who were able, after 30 years of working in the U.S. and coming across the border, they were able to get first green cards and then U.S. citizenship. But on my daughter's mother's deathbed, she brought her children to the deathbed, and the last thing she said was, "Vayan al norte, go north, you must go north, that's your salvation." And that was her sort of lasting message that she sent her family before she passed on. And it was really imprinted in the Castillo family. So that really affected me as well. So that's how this song came about. And you have to know a little Spanish, and the less you know, probably the better you'll understand my Spanish. But this is called Vayan al Norte. We never asked for a handout or more than a fair share of pay. Downtown, you all know where we stand out, looking for work by the day. You don't ask why our farms were abandoned, of our choice between vida y muerte, or why we would take such a gamble for las esperanzas del norte. Vayan al norte, vayan al norte, from Oaxaca to El Paradero, survival our deepest desire, from the barbed wire de la frontera, from the frying pan into the fire, laying low como ladrones en una tierra de puertas cerradas. Aún podemos escuchar las voces de nuestros perdidos amados. Vayan al norte, vayan al norte, queridos no lloran, vayan con Dios y vayan al norte. Nos despertan en medio del sueño las caras de nuestros viejos, saludan con las manos cansadas, por última vez, adiós. Y ahora nunca regresaremos, y pasando por su mundo como sombras, pero en vida nueva hacemos aquí en las tierras del norte. Vayan al norte, vayan al norte, digan adiós y salgan ahora, atraviesen el río, queridos no lloran, vayan con Dios y vayan al norte, atraviesen el río, cantando lloran, vayan con Dios y vayan al norte. Vayan al norte. Vayan al norte. So, in case you just tuned in, these are songs. The name of this show is Being Human, Politics and Conscience, and the intersection where a sense of conscience, a sense of compassion, a sense of empathy meets action. And I've written a lot of songs on that little cusp. So I thought that's what I'm singing tonight. And so I have. God, I got a bunch of them. It was hard to narrow it down to 10 songs or 11 songs, but I did have another request for this one, so I'll do this. This was written after the tsunami in Indonesia that killed so many people, and I found myself at home in Austin watching the horror unfold, all this video footage of people's being swept away and their lives being destroyed. And I realized I was sitting in a sort of plush couch holding a channel changer, tapping on my phone to send him $100, it was this, realization of us and them and my separateness and my lack of connection to it. And so I thought that I would challenge myself to write a requiem for everyone whose lives were lost in that tsunami. And the more I thought about it, I wanted to set it up as a sort of formal choral sort of approach, but I wanted to make it to some sort of feminine deity. And I started out researching some of the more southeastern gods and goddesses, and I looked at different religions and different archetypes, but I kept coming back to the Christian archetype of Mary, because her name Mare is the sea, and also because I felt it was of sort of cultural transgression to just pick some god from some other religion and try to invoke that. What felt formal and correct to me was an invocation to Mary, and at more as the archetype, the mother archetype. And so from that came this song Requiem, which has since gone around the world, and thousands of choirs have sung this song, including the great Conspirari choir led by Craig Hella Johnson, who actually put this song onto the map for me and gave it wings to fly around the world with so many choirs. So this is called Requiem. Mother Mary, full of grace, awaken. All our homes are gone, our loved ones taken by the sea. Mother Mary, calm our fears, have mercy, drowning in a sea of tears. Have mercy, hear our mournful plea. Our world has been shaken, we wander our homelands forsaken. In the dark night of the soul, bring some comfort to us all. Oh, Mother Mary, come and carry us in your embrace, that our sorrows may be faced. Mary, fill the glass to overflowing, illuminate the path where we are going. Have mercy on us all. In funeral fires burning, each flame to your mystery returning. In the dark night of the soul, your shattered dreamers, make them whole. Oh, Mother Mary, find us where we've fallen out of grace. Lead us to a higher place. In the dark night of the soul, our broken hearts you can make whole. Oh, Mother Mary, come and carry us in your embrace. Let us see your gentle face, Mary. Yeah, we could use a little dose of the feminine right now. Let's see, I'm going to try this one. Try this on electric. This one is from the new record, and as I said before, 2020 is all political songs, really meant to be sung along to, and my intention was to write a bunch of songs and then tour this record and have everybody singing and then marching out the door and hitting the streets and registering to vote and marching resistance. And so it has been really interesting to be stuck on the sidelines and not able to tour. But anyway, this song came from that, and you can sing along from home. We've been under their thumb for a long, long time. They give us just enough water, just enough wine, just enough crumbs, $1 and a dime, just enough hope to keep us towing the line. But sooner or later, sooner or later, sooner or later, it's a natural fact. Gonna rise up, gonna take it all back. Well, they keep us separated by the shade of our skin. The dark ones relegated to the bottom of the bin. And woman was created to put out and to give in. The game is rigged and weighted, so you're never gonna win. But sooner or later, 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 it's a natural fact. Gonna rise up, gonna take it all back. Well, they gave us a God looking down from on high. They gave us a story about the by and by, a moment of glory coming after you die. But you know damn well it's a lie. Sooner or later, sooner or later, sooner or later, it's a natural fact. Gonna rise up, gonna take it all back. Well, they gave us a God looking down from on high. They gave us a story about the by and by, moment of glory coming after you die. But you know damn well it's a lie. They take the oil from the earth, put their coal dust in the sky. They're poison in the waters, they don't care if people die. They take the food from the hungry, medication from the poor, take the children from their mothers. We can't take it anymore, 'cause sooner or later, sooner or later, sooner or later, sooner or later, it's a natural fact. Gonna rise up, gonna rise up, gonna rise up, gonna rise. Sooner or later, sooner or later, sooner or later, gonna rise up, gonna take it all back. Did you get up off your chair? Woo! Okay. Here's another one from from 2020. Weary world, worn and tired from all the pleasures we required. Spin us round from end to end, break us down until we bend. And with these hearts, with these hands, could we learn to love again? Weary world, make us pay, make us beg for one more day, one more day, and one more night, one more chance to get it right. And with these hearts, with these hands, could we learn to love again? Weary world, so now we know, as in heaven, so below. Forgive us now, don't let us go. Weary world, may it be so. And with these hearts, with these hands, could we learn to love again? With these hearts, with these hands, could we learn to love again? Love again. Love again. So amazing. I'm looking out here at Taos Mountain. All right, so time for a couple more maybe? Or two more, is that good? Does that sound right? Okay. All right, so I'm going to finish out with 2 more songs from my new record. I'm proud of this record, and it has been difficult not being able to bring it out to you, and so I'm grateful for this opportunity to play these songs. And if the way to support me, of course, is to go to my Shopify store. I know that Team Eliza is posting about how to get to my Shopify store. And buy my records. I have my songbook is there with 65 songs and guitar chords and stories and pictures and stuff. And also, all my records, everything I've done is there, and they're all signed. I signed them before I left Austin a month ago. So they're there, and that's been the best way to support me. But also, we love to be tipped. It's very, very helpful. And as this wraps up my 2 months of playing for you live here, we appreciate the donations. That goes a long way right now for us musicians. It really makes a difference. And it also, as we're sharing this with Taos Mesa Brewing, that helps keep their doors open and keep their staff working. And we know how important that is to just keep our world flowing. So thank you so much for that. You can also, I will be doing other live streaming and video type events, performances. So if you go to my website, www.elizagilkyson.com, you can sign up there for emails. And that's the best way for me to be in touch with you is through email. So I think I'll just do a couple more songs. And you know, when I wrote this song, I wanted to have something on the new record that really was just a complete love letter to nature. And while I did it, I was just imagining myself here in Taos looking at that mountain. And so this is called Beautiful World of Mine. Very sing-alongable, too. As I journey through my life in wonder, I'm struck by your beauty divine. With your blue seas and skies, a feast for my eyes, and your fragrance of sagebrush and pine. I have loved you since I can remember. Your water is my holy one. I'll be faithful and true, for I pledge my life to this beautiful world of mine. Oh, beautiful world, dressed up in your colors so fine. I promise to share and handle with care this beautiful world of mine. I love the unfolding of seasons, your mountains all covered with snow, and your flowers in spring. Like a bird I will sing to the sunset and the hills all aglow. And in summer your gardens of plenty, and the fruit from your orchard and vine, and your bounty in fall. Oh, I love it all, this beautiful world of mine. A beautiful world, dressed up in your colors so fine. I promise to share and handle with care this beautiful world of mine. Yes, I'm yours till the end, when love's rainbow will bend o'er this beautiful world of mine. Now, I guess this will be the last song for my final set here. politics and conscience, and that just has everything to do with feeling the grief, feeling the hope, not being afraid to feel a dash of hope, feeling the sadness, feeling the anger, all those things that we turn those into music and creativity and also into action. And so I hope that's what this set felt like for you. We'll go out with one more song. Thank you again to TMB-TV. Thanks to Adrian Parker and to Jason for hosting me here in the last 3 weeks. Let me see if there's anything else I need to say. Oh, yes. Yes, because tonight there's another show here at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Joshua Bain and Rocco De Luca. And that on Sunday, Orn, etc., at 7 p.m. So that's what's happening here on TMB-TV. Stay tuned. All right, so this was the song that I wrote because it's not, when you want to write anthem-type political music, you don't really want to make it too complicated. I'm sort of a complex writer, and in case you didn't notice. But this one, I really wanted to keep it simple and just to the point. And it came out real driving, and it sort of by surprise. And so you can sing along. It's real easy to sing along to this one. It's called With Peace in Our Hearts. We're gonna walk together arm in arm with peace in our hearts. We're gonna walk together arm in arm with peace in our hearts. We're gonna walk together arm in arm so our sisters and brothers won't come to any harm. And we know we got peace in our hearts. Color and tribe with peace in our hearts. We're gonna walk with every color and tribe with peace in our hearts. We're gonna walk with every color and tribe, 'cause we're stronger together when we're on the same side. And we know we got peace in our hearts. We're gonna stand for the earth and her children too, with peace in our hearts. We're gonna stand for the earth and her children too, with peace in our hearts. We're gonna stand for the earth and her children too, 'cause it'll take everyone to make this dream come true. And we know we got peace in our hearts. We're gonna stare into the face of the hateful mind, peace in our hearts. We're gonna stare into the face of the hateful mind with peace in our heart. We're gonna stare into the face of the hateful mind. All we gotta do is let our love light shine. We know we got peace in our hearts. We're gonna walk together arm in arm with peace in our hearts. We're gonna walk together arm in arm with peace in our hearts. We're gonna walk together arm in arm so our sisters and brothers won't come to any harm. And we know we got peace in our hearts. Yes, we know we got peace in our hearts. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Please do go to my website, elizagilkyson.com. Sign up for emails. We'll tell you where we'll be next. And we were just talking to Jason. I'm sure we'll come back maybe later in the summer and pick up some more live stream shows. But for now, Liza's going to take a little break, work on some videos, work on some music. And please do support us today and go to my website, go to my Shopify store. I would love to sell the records. They're signed, and also to support, and you can follow the link there on the Facebook page to TMB-TV, where you can make donations that we all share, and those are really, really helpful. We sure do appreciate it. So thank you all so much. Thank you so much for the last 2 months. You've been so wonderful hanging on with me on this ride together, so it meant a lot to me. Thank you so much.